Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Jenny. So in today's video, I'm going to be creating this full face of makeup that you see right here using only affordable drugstore products, and everything in here is pretty much a first impression. So I'm going to be testing out a bunch of new products for me. Some of these are like really new products, some of them are not so new, but if you want to see everything that I got, then let's get right into the video. Alright, so I hope that this video doesn't get way too long because I'm actually going to be doing my brows in camera as well, because I have this new brow product that I just discovered at Ulta, and this is by NYX. It's called Feel and Fluff Eyebrow Pomade Pencil. I don't know, it really caught my attention. This is what the packaging looks like. So I got it in the color ash brown, but what really interested me about this is because the actual, two things actually. The actual applicator, it's kind of like a flat and thick brow pencil. Okay, there you go, you can see it. So this really reminded me of the Anastasia brow definer, which is a favorite of mine. And look at the brush on the end. This is an actual brush. I don't know, I found this very interesting. I think the color, it's pretty good because I don't really like warm brows, and this is more of an ash brown color. Okay, it's really pigmented, so you really have to use light hand with it. Okay, this feels really weird to brush your brows with this type of brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in the entire brow, and then I'll use the little brush. Can you see how it's really making my brow hairs remain like upwards like that? And I think that's the brushy brow effect sort of thing. So I don't know, I think I'm kind of liking this little brush. I like the shape, and I definitely do like the color. Moving on to the eyes, I'm gonna prime my eyelids using the concealer I'll be using today for the face. And this is the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. And I know that this is not a new product, but for me it is new. I could not get my hands on this shade because it was always sold out at the store, and I just never ordered online, and I barely got it. And this is in the color medium beige, by the way. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of this to cancel out my darkness and discoloration around my eyelids, and also to prime. Moving along for the eyes, I'm gonna be using this Endless Possibilities palette by Focallure. I'm sorry if I am completely mispronouncing that, but let me show you what the palette looks like inside. This is a 30 eyeshadow palette, and oh my goodness, just look at all those beautiful shades. And if you're not familiar with this brand, basically Focallure is a very affordable makeup brand that you can find online. I don't know, for me, it kind of looked like ColourPop or Makeup Revolution in a sense. So I've heard really great things about this makeup brand, and when they sent this to me in PR, I was super excited. It's a pretty good size palette, and I always think that having a mirror, it's definitely really nice. So I'm gonna start by using a very nude eyeshadow just to kind of like set my concealer on my eyelids. So I am first gonna use this shade right here called Poppy Peach. It's a very light nude peachy color. So I'm just gonna use this to kind of set that concealer that I just applied. If your skin color is similar to mine, I think you're gonna love this shadow because it's a beautiful all over the lid eyeshadow color, and you definitely get a little bit of a peachy tone, but it's not really that strong. So I really like that. I can totally see myself reaching out for that shade for those minimal makeup days. Next, I want to go into this mauve shade called Putty, just to deepen out my crease a little bit, but I'm actually going to switch to a smaller blending brush. This is a Morphe M433, and in case you were wondering, the first one was a Sigma blending brush E40. Wow, hello pigment. So I put my brush in the pan very slightly, and that shadow is really pigmented. I'm actually gonna shake off a little bit of the excess just in case. Ooh, that is pigmented. Super pretty though. Alright, I am seriously loving this mauve color so much. And it's super pigmented, super soft to blend. Alright, next I'm gonna go into this deeper mauve shade that it's called Plum Baby right there. Let's see how that one works. And for that one, I'm actually switching to a Morphe M506 blending brush. It's just a slightly smaller because I'm gonna apply this eyeshadow mostly on the outer V of the eye. And come on, just look at that. I literally just slightly dip my brush in the pan and boom, pigment. So let's just place it right here. Okay, that last shade is pretty identical to Hottie, just a slightly deeper and a little bit more plummy. Next, I'm gonna use this shadow called Glam. So I'm just gonna use my finger and just apply it directly. Okay, I can see how the shimmer definitely could be more pigmented. So maybe you do want to use concealer underneath just so that that color pops out even more. So I wonder if I use a setting spray, would it work the same? So let me go ahead and try that. So I'm gonna wet my brush with some setting spray. This is just Fix Plus. Okay, so the Fix Plus did help. Overall, it looks pretty. I just wish it was a little bit more sparkling than what it is. Alright, so this is both eyes completed. I don't think I want to do a wing liner, but I do want to line just the top line of my lashes. And I don't have a new liquid liner to show you, but I do have the NYX matte liquid liner, and this is pretty affordable and definitely a favorite. So I'm just gonna go ahead and curl my lashes, and I do have a new mascara that I want to try out. This is the mascara that we're gonna test out today. This is by Milani, the highly rated mascara in black. Oh my goodness, look at the packaging. It's so pretty. I don't think the camera is picking up the stars. Okay, there you go. That packaging is so pretty. Okay, so here's what I have to say so far. I think I really like the formula because it's not really wet. It's almost on the drier side, which I prefer. And the other thing that I'm really impressed about is that there's not a single clump. I hate when mascaras tend to clump up on the ends. You know what I mean? Those little chunks of mascara, and this is not doing that. Okay, so now with a second coat, I definitely like the lashes more. So this is what the lashes look like. So mascara, no mascara. I want to say I did 2.5 to 3 coats. I do like how the lashes look. They're very lifted. Let's move on to face primer, and I'll be using the e.l.f. Putty primer, and this little guy was so hard to find. Every time I wanted to purchase it, it was completely sold out. So I'm really excited to try it out. I know that everybody knows about this because they say it is supposed to be a dupe for the Silk Canvas by Tatcha, but I personally don't have that one either. So I wouldn't be able to give you, I guess, a comparison, but I will be giving you my thoughts just on this specific primer. I know that it's supposed to cover up your pores. So far, I like how it feels, and it went in super nicely. Okay, it did blur out some of my pores. Let me actually show you. I messed up. I didn't show you before, but I do feel like this area right here, it's pretty soft and smooth. Now for foundation, I actually have 2 options. I don't know which one is gonna be better. So I got the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, and I don't know how new this is. I just know that it is like $6 or $8 foundation. Don't quote me, but it does come with a little pump. This is in the color Sand. So just from the bottle, I think it's gonna be a little bit too light for me. So I might have to mix it with a different foundation. Okay, this is the problem when you buy foundations online. So it is definitely too light for me. So I'm just gonna dot it like that. And the other one that I have, I think this one is gonna be a good match. I got two shades and I know I tried one of them. So I have worn this one time and I liked it. So let me go ahead and try this one. This is the shade 475 and this is by Loreal Infallible, the 24-hour fresh wear foundation. So I'm just gonna have to mix this one into the e.l.f. one. Okay, so this one is a little bit darker. So I think this one mixed in with the e.l.f. one. Let's hope that it is a good match. And I'm using my Beauty Sponge by Morphe. Okay, I think those two colors, it might still be a little bit lighter, but we'll make it work. I'm sorry, I know that I wanted to use the e.l.f. one because this one is a really affordable one, but sadly the shade did not work out for me. So I had to mix a different foundation. Okay, and now for concealer, like I said, I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. It was so hard to get this concealer. It was completely sold out at every Target that I went to. Every Ulta didn't have my color, and I just ended up having to order it online. I think it's gonna be a good match. It is highlighting, but also it has like a peachy tone that it's almost helping to cancel out my dark circles, because for some reason they have been really bad recently. It could be because I'm still getting over my cold and I haven't been able to sleep really well. That concealer blended out super nicely. But let me go ahead and blend out the other side before it dries down on me, because I really don't know if you need to blend it out fast. Okay, that concealer on my forehead kind of was drying out already, so maybe do blend out this concealer a little bit fast. To set the concealer and the rest of my face, I don't have a new setting powder that caught my attention. So I'm just going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder, and this is in the color medium. Now for bronzer, I do have a new bronzer that I'm going to be testing now, and this is by Maybelline, the City Bronzer. This is actually a bronzer and contour powder, and this is in the color 300. It looks pretty good. I hope I didn't pick one that it's too dark for me. Okay, I like that a lot because it's not really warm, but it's giving me a lot of definition. Okay, I like this. Look at that. You see, it's really pigmented. So I feel like a little bit goes a long way. So definitely this is a bronzer that you can totally use for contour as well, and it will give you a great definition. It's like the perfect undertone. So I am really liking this. I'm switching to a small blending brush just to add a little bit around my nose to contour the nose as well. Okay, that is pigmented, so definitely use a very light hand. You see, like this side I use a lot less and I like it better. This side I added way too much. So let me go ahead and blend it out. Just while we're doing bronzer, I just have to show you, because this one really reminds me to my bronzer from Fenty, and I want to see if the colors are similar. So this is my Fenty Sun Stalker bronzer in the shade Island Thin, and they look pretty identical in the pan, but I just want to swatch them just to see how identical they are. I don't know. I'm just thinking that the Maybelline one could be a pretty close one. Okay, Island Thin, it's a little bit more neutral, but they're pretty close. Let me just show you. So this one right here, it's Island Thin, and this is the Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 300. The Maybelline one, it's a little bit more on the warmer side, and the Fenty Island Thin, it's more neutral because it is the neutral undertone bronzer. But maybe I wondered if the shade that it's a little bit warmer for this one could be really close to the 300. I don't personally own it, but if you do, maybe check out this bronzer because it might be a pretty good dupe for the Fenty Sunstalker bronzer. Just saying. Okay, now moving on to blush. I have this blush by Essence, and I don't think they're new, but they're new to me. So if you want to see how this works, this is the Essence Matte Touch Blush, and this is in the color Bury Me Up number 20. First of all, I love this packaging. It's so pretty because it's like the acrylic clear plastic, so it does feel a little bit expensive. Okay, that is very pretty. Definitely a berry rosy tone blush. So if you haven't tried them out yet, definitely check them out. I believe it was less than $4, so that's a win in my books. So this highlighter that I'm using today, it's not new, but it is a new shade. So this is by Wet n Wild, one of the Mega Glow highlighting powder, and this is in the color Bloom Time. This is another shade that I was looking for everywhere and I could not find it, and then one day I found it at Walmart and I just grabbed it, did not think about it, did not ask any questions. I just knew I needed it in my life. It's definitely a rose gold highlighter. Let me just wipe down this powder really quickly because I don't want to leave it there for too long. But going back to the highlighter, okay, this is looking really pretty. What do you think? I'm sure you have tried this type of highlighter, so I'm not disappointed. Wet n Wild creates some beautiful highlighters, so if you have not tried this Mega Glow highlighting powders, I highly recommend them. So I'm gonna first go in with the Mauve shade Hottie right here, and I'm just using this Morphe M410 brush. It's just a flat definer brush. And now I'm going to use Plum Baby, but I'm only applying this towards the outer part of the lower lash line. I still can get over this Mauve Plum shades. They look so freaking stunning and they are so easy to work with. So I still think that this eyeshadow palette is definitely worth it. I think I like the mattes more than the shimmers, at least the Glam shade that I used, this one right here. Just like you saw, it wasn't as pigmented as I wanted it to be. You can definitely build it up, but for the price, I think this is a really great palette and you can definitely create so many beautiful looks. And I'm gonna show you swatches of this palette just so that you can get an idea of what the colors look like. Overall, I do like this palette and I would definitely recommend it for the price. I think it's a really great affordable palette. So I almost feel like I could get away without wearing falsies for this eye look, but it is a little dramatic, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop on some lashes. So I'll be using this Ardell Double Up. This is what they look like. So let me go ahead and apply them and I will be right back. All right, I'm back and lashes are on. So for the lips, I'm gonna be using this Velvet Liquid Lipstick by Focallure, and this is in the color Dark Coral. This is a liquid lipstick that is supposed to have a velvet finish. Okay, I did not think I was gonna like this applicator, but it went on pretty nicely. The only thing is that yeah, this color does not necessarily match this eye look. So let me see what else I can use, because I really wanted to use this since this is a first impression of this lipstick. Just know that it is a good lipstick, but let me find a really light nude. I had to remove the Focallure Velvet Liquid Lipstick in dark coral. It was just not really pairing well with this eye look, but just know that this lipstick is a beautiful color and I really love the formula. Application was super easy. So backup plan, I'm gonna use this LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the color Sugar Spice. And I'm gonna pair it with this Maybelline Blushing Nude Lipstick. Nothing new, but I don't have anything new to use from the drugstore, so we'll just go with this. Alright, so this is definitely a better lip option for this eye look. But now the last step is to set the makeup, and I'm actually using a new setting spray. I saw that NYX came out with this new line that it's called Bear With Me. So I don't know, it looks very promising. Let me first test out the mister. Actually, let me do it this way. Okay. It's a little bit fine, but it does give you some big drops. That is not good. So let me see if... Okay, so I feel like the more you spray it, the less of those big drops you get. And I definitely don't want those big drops. So I'm going to try to hold it really far from my face. Okay, that was not bad at all. I think I can definitely do it on my eyes now. I like the scent. It's very soft. It's nothing strong though. Definitely my warning is test it out first though, because the first sprays, as you saw, were not coming out as smooth, but I think after that it was very smooth and soft, and it feels like a really fine mist, which is what I want on a setting spray. Pretty much everything that I tried, I think it was a winner. But I guess if I could give you the top 4 products in everything that I tried today, it will have to be this ones right here. So definitely the eyeshadow palette, I think it was beautiful. The bronzer definitely is a must. You have to check it out. It's actually a bronzer and contour powder. And also the NYX Feel and Fluff Brow Pomade Pencil. And lastly, obviously the e.l.f. Putty Primer, if you can still get your hands on this, because I know it is hard to find. But other than that, overall, I really love how everything turned out. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video wasn't way too long. I know that I talk a lot, but I did find really good products here. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.